The year is 1920. The United States government has just made the boldest social experiment in its history, the nationwide ban on alcohol. The idea? To rid society of crime, vice, and corruption. But instead, it fueled an era of lawlessness, excess, and violence. An era ruled by men who thrived in the shadows. Two names would rise above all others: Al Capone and Charles Luciano. Prohibition was the result of decades of activism by temperance movements, who believed alcohol was at the root of society's problems. In 1919, the 18th Amendment was ratified, and by 1920, the Volstead Act made the production, sale, and transportation of alcoholic beverages illegal across the United States. But instead of ushering in a moral utopia, it created a thriving black market for alcohol, one that criminals quickly seized. Born in Brooklyn, New York, Alphonse Capone was a streetwise kid with a knack for organization. After moving to Chicago and working under mob boss Johnny Torrio, Capone would rise to power by eliminating rivals and establishing an empire built on illegal liquor sales. Capone understood one fundamental truth. Prohibition had created an insatiable demand for alcohol, and he had the means to supply it. By controlling speakeasies, breweries, and supply routes, he amassed a fortune, an estimated $100 million a year. While Capone ruled the Midwest, Charles Lucky Luciano was revolutionizing the underworld in New York. Unlike the old-school gangsters who were bound by ethnic loyalties, Luciano saw crime as a business. He built alliances between Italian, Jewish, and Irish mobs, forming a powerful syndicate. He modernized organized crime, introducing a corporate structure to illegal enterprises, ensuring smoother operations, and reducing internal conflicts. His vision would lay the foundation for what would later be known as the American Mafia. As Prohibition progressed, rivalries intensified. The competition for control over bootlegging operations led to brutal conflicts. The most infamous example? The St. Valentine's Day Massacre of 1929, where Capone's men dressed as police officers gunned down 7 members of a rival gang in broad daylight. The crime wave that Prohibition unleashed became too much to ignore. The U.S. government, realizing its mistake, repealed the 18th Amendment in 1933. But by then, organized crime had embedded itself deep into American society. The networks built during Prohibition didn't disappear. They adapted, expanding into narcotics, gambling, and labor racketeering. Today, the legacies of Capone and Luciano remain larger than life. The mafia they helped create persisted long after them, evolving into sophisticated criminal enterprises that influenced everything from politics to pop culture. Prohibition may have ended nearly a century ago, but its lessons remain. When laws ignore public demand, black markets thrive. And in the shadows, power-hungry men will always find a way to seize control. The story of Prohibition is one of unintended consequences. What was meant to curb crime only fueled it. It is a tale of how government policy can reshape society in unexpected ways, and how figures like Capone and Luciano rose to take advantage of the chaos. Their reign may be over, but their influence is everlasting. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical deep dives. See you in the next episode.